Hello, everybody. Welcome to World Border Breakers with Taiwanda Bason. So happy to have you all join us. Excited today because we are going to start a new series, Lifestyles and Cribs Abroad. Uh, And I want to remind you guys that if you have any questions or comments, you can jot those down in the comments section. And at the end of the broadcast, we'll try to answer some of those for you. So, without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get started. So, today we're kicking off our series, Lifestyles and Cribs Abroad in Seoul, Korea.
Yeah.
And we have the lovely Atembe Giles with us, international teacher and digital content creator. Thank you for joining
Yes.
us.
Yes. Hey, everybody.
Yeah, so she's going to be giving us a tour of her lovely home there in Seoul, Korea. And let's see, again, if you guys have any questions, make sure you jot them down in the comment section, and we will try to answer some of those at the end of the broadcast and make sure that you share. Okay, so are you ready, Atembe?
I think so. I'm just wondering if I'm coming up clearly.
Okay.
I don't know if
Uh,
anybody can see.
okay, let's see. Hi, Kimsey. Thank you for joining us. Can you guys see well? I can see you well. It's just the camera was moving a little bit, but I can see you clearly.
Okay. Okay. All
Okay,
right.
you
I'm gonna try and
guys.
put this on a selfie stick so that I can show as much. Actually, I don't think I need it if I can flip the camera. Okay. We can start. We can start.
Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and get started. So we're gonna ask. So Atimbe, tell us exactly where you're located.
I am in Seoul, South Korea, and Seoul is a huge city, but I live on the west side of the city.
Hmm.
Yeah, so
Okay.
the west side of the city below the river
Hmm.
is kind of residential. There are a lot of restaurants nearby, but it's not like a party neighborhood or
Hmm.
there aren't that many foreigners in this particular neighborhood. So it very much feels like Korea, but definitely the city feeling. So
Okay. Okay. Awesome. Awesome. And how long have you been there?
I've been at this home for a year. And I've been in Seoul for 3 years now, but I've been in Korea for 4 years now.
Okay, okay, awesome, awesome, awesome. And let's see, I guess you're gonna show us like the first part in your home.
Yeah, I guess I can start from the front door, maybe.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, because I guess I can show what it looks like. Okay, so this is like the hallway. I know I keep changing orientation.
It's okay, it's okay. It's our
Yeah,
first
so
kickoff.
um, this is a security camera, which a lot of Korean homes have because there are always deliveries being done and things like that. And we don't have the key, we have a key code. So I like that a
Hmm.
lot because my first apartment, it was a key and I just couldn't keep up with it.
Hmm.
So when you come in, there's like a little area where you take off your shoes because in Korea
Hmm.
you do not go inside with your shoes on. So you can see all of our house shoes here. And we're about to get rid of these winter jackets now, but the coat rack. And oh, that's the mirror.
Oh, we see you.
One reason I really like this apartment is because it has a lot of storage space. So
Nice.
usually my older apartments, you have to buy all the furniture, and that
Mm-hmm.
means you have to buy all your storage, all your closets, all your shelves. But I
Mm-hmm.
just like how everything here, like this is where we keep the bed sheets. Everything is just
Nice.
built in, so I felt like it was a lot more room.
Mm-hmm. Nice, nice. And Atimbe, could you tell us what are you actually doing there?
In Korea, I am
Mm-hmm.
a full time teacher. Even though my job, I do way more than teach, but let's just say I'm a teacher. I started coordinating programs, so I guess you could say like academic coordinator.
Mm-hmm.
And my free time, I've done a lot of artistic things, like a lot of performances and um, a lot of photography and video making and modeling and writing and things like that. There's a lot of things, a lot of opportunities here if you are interested in different things.
Mm-hmm. Okay, okay, awesome. I guess we can see some more of your lovely place.
Yeah, okay. Um, like I don't know what people care about, but I love my Pokemon, so I'm gonna show you my Pokemon. And this is our second bedroom,
Mm-hmm.
which is just like an office, I guess, or I have some of my video equipment and workout stuff. Yes, I
Mm-hmm.
see those once in a while. And another good thing is it's actually a. Let me turn on the light. It's a loft. So if
Wow.
we had a guest or a roommate, then a bed could go up there and this could be clear. But usually when we have people over, we just put bare mattress down here
Mm-hmm.
because the ladder to get up here is out on the balcony.
Mm-hmm.
And we just use it for storage, basically, you can see.
It's still nice, like you said. If you have someone over, they could actually sleep up there. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's cool.
And this is for drying clothes because drying machines are definitely not common in Korea. And
Mm-hmm.
so you have to dry your clothes on a rack of some kind.
Mm-hmm. That's important for
So
people to know. Yes.
that's a big bear.
Yes, and we
I
see your
practice
lovely
dancing in here
outfit.
sometimes.
Now you said
Hey, you disappeared
yeah,
for a second.
oh, okay. Okay, I'm here. I'm back. I'm back. Uh,
Okay, okay.
okay, so did you actually go to Korea yourself, or did you go with family or friends? Because we hear you saying we.
Oh, we refers to me and my husband. So my first
Okay.
time in Korea, my first time in Korea, I was here by myself before we got married. And then
Mm-hmm.
he came to visit. And that's when we decided, let's come back here together after we get married. So we've been here
Wow.
together for, well, since 2016. Yeah.
Wow. Wow. That's awesome for people to know that may have partners or they may be married, a family to know that they can actually do that together, move abroad.
Yeah, yeah, it's very possible. And we came together on what's called a couple job. So it's like a job that's meant for couples, and it just means you work in the same place, you live
Mm-hmm.
in the same house, and vacation time and can coordinate really well.
Mm-hmm. Okay, awesome, awesome, awesome. So you want to show us like another area?
Yeah, okay, across here, this is the bathroom, and
Okay.
Um, it has a separate place for a shower, but it doesn't really keep water out. Like it's still a wet shower. A lot of the bathrooms in Asia are like that, where it's a wet shower, so water gets
Hmm.
all over the floor and everything. So, but I don't know. I'm used to it. It doesn't really bother me.
Yes, yes, yes. A lot of people don't know that, and it can be a shock to them. Like when they get there, it's like everything just gets wet, even though you guys have is that a shower curtain or the wall?
It's a door. It's like a glass door, but it's really for decoration. Like it
Ah,
doesn't
okay.
do anything else. And something else about Korea, so we have these shower filters, and there's one here on the sink too,
Hmm.
because the water here, there's another mirror. I don't know how to flip, so I'm just going to talk to the mirror. So the water
Okay.
here, the water is really hard. It's really
Hmm.
like almost everyone I know who first moves here complains about, oh, their skin's breaking out and their hair is thinning and their hair is breaking and what's going
Wow.
on, and it's because the water is really hard, so you have to get a filter. And even
Hmm.
with the filter, it doesn't always, like, it's still not perfect. It's still like my
Hmm.
hair has been up and down and skin and everything because of the water. So you really need a filter if you're
Hmm.
gonna be in Korea. You need a filter.
Okay, that's good information for people to know. Like you said, people get there and like saying, "Wait a minute, my hair is coming out," and uh,
Yeah. And it doesn't help
yeah.
that there aren't a lot of black beauty products here, so
Hmm.
you have to adjust.
And you have a lot of hair, so I know you want to
I'm trying to keep
want
all of it. I'm trying to keep all of it.
to. Yes.
Um,
Oh,
what else is
um.
here? Okay. So, okay, I'm showing you the trash can because a lot of places in Korea, they tell you not to flush your toilet paper. They tell you to throw it in the trash can.
Hmm.
We don't do that because I just feel like if the toilet can flush out everything from your body, it can flush out some toilet paper. But there are some toilets in Korea that cannot take toilet paper and they will get clogged up and it will be a problem. So if you go places in Korea, there's almost always a trash can right beside the toilet, and it's where you put your toilet paper.
Yes, yes, that is so true. And I'm with you too. I prefer to put mine in the toilet. Like when I'm at home, when I'm out though, I buy by the rules and usually put it like in the trash cans. But yeah, at home in the toilet.
Yeah, so yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
And sorry, I just want to put in a question.
Okay. Okay.
uh, okay. So, what actually made you move abroad?
Um, a lot of different things. I My senior year in college, that was when I studied abroad, and that was my first time going abroad, and I went by myself, and it was a really good experience. I went to France, not Korea. But
Hmm.
well, I just that was my first experience abroad and just seeing how people live in a place that's not America.
Hmm.
And my major in school was international studies,
Hmm.
and I I always like learning about different cultures, and I knew that I wanted to travel. I didn't originally think I'd be living abroad. I just wanted to experience different kinds of people and different lives. And eventually, after college, I was into advertising and PR and things like that, but it really wasn't a good fit for me. And where I lived, there weren't a lot of jobs coming in. So I was just thinking maybe I can go and teach abroad because I
Hmm.
really liked teaching. I was like an art teacher at that time for
Okay.
elementary kids. So I was like, I like teaching, and there are a lot of people out there in Korea, and you can make good money, and it seems like a cool experience. And I didn't know a lot
Hmm.
about Korea. I wanted to learn
Hmm.
more about Korea. So those were the main things that motivated me. I like to travel, and I wanted to be around a new culture, and I wanted to make money doing something enjoyable, which I
Hmm.
do like teaching. And I did a lot of research, so Like I didn't want to come out here and feel stressed out.
Yeah.
I didn't want to come out here and feel like I was living paycheck to paycheck, or that I wasn't going to be safe, or And so overall, I still feel like it was a good decision.
Yeah, I think so too. Did you say whether you were gonna bathe or not? Like, so-
Or no, that's not what I said.
okay, okay. I was actually thinking about it, which is so important. Okay, even though it was a misunderstanding from what I heard, there are some places where people can go and they may
Yeah.
not know if they're gonna bathe because they actually turn off
Yeah.
the water at certain times. Yeah,
Hmm.
and access and things like that. So that's why it didn't seem so odd to me. Odd to me, didn't
I don't know what I said. We're going to rewind and listen to what I said later.
it? Oh, okay. So I guess we can look at some more of your apartment.
Okay. Okay. So I'm gonna flip it again. Okay. So this was the bathroom, and then you turn. So these stairs go to the loft area,
Mhm.
which that's another reason I like this place. There's a whole loft up there.
Mhm.
But I'll show that later.
Okay.
So this is the kitchen.
Mhm.
And under the stove, you might think that's an oven. It's not. It's the washing machine. I don't know why they put it in the kitchen where an oven would be, but there it
A
is.
futuristic oven, like no, that's a washing machine.
Yeah, so we had to buy our little countertop oven because I don't think the Korean cuisine uses a lot of, like, the food doesn't require an oven, so they don't really have ovens.
Yeah, they don't. About how much did that cost, just in case someone is planning to move there? Because, like you said, they don't really have ovens in the apartments, but if they want to buy one,
Mm-hmm. Well, this is a pretty decent size. This one, I got it used. I just
mm,
found it on Craigslist. Someone was giving
okay,
it away. So it was like maybe, I think it was $200,
okay,
or yes, around 200. But it's like it does everything a regular oven would. It's just
mm-hmm,
the heat comes from the top instead of the
mm-hmm,
bottom. So you
uh-huh,
just have to be aware of that when you cook. But
okay, oh,
yeah, definitely a good investment if you like to cook and you need an oven.
yeah, I do. And my friend, she's Korean actually, and they moved to their new apartment like a few years ago. I was just there last year, and they actually had a oven too. So I guess they may put some things in there, but I used it while I was there. I made my banana pudding in it.
Yes, yes. All those foods from back home. Yeah. Um,
Okay.
yeah, the stove is gas, so they're always checking. This is the gas switch. They are
Okay.
always checking the gas switch. Like every week, they're coming by, checking the gas levels. So gas is new to me. Back home, we had an electric stove. So I don't know if that's normal for the people to always check it every week, but I guess it's good safety. I don't mind.
Yeah, it's probably because of where you are. Maybe you're building like I can't remember if I had propane or gas like in the one where I was, but I was in a rural area and nobody came to check, at least that I know of, like um unless they checked it outside. But yeah, I don't remember anyone.
Yeah. Yeah. Um, yeah, I don't know what else is in the kitchen. It's the kitchen.
Where's the refrigerator?
Oh, it's here.
Okay, you guys have a large refrigerator.
Yeah, that came with the apartment. Washing machine came with the apartment. Only the microwave and the oven, we had to buy that.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay, awesome. And for you guys who may just be tuning in, that is the washing machine, not an oven. And uh, as some of you may not know, in Korea, as Atembe pointed out, that they don't really use dryers. that much. They usually hang their clothes. So she has a section that she showed us earlier where they used to hang their clothes to dry.
Right, right.
Okay, okay, awesome. And let me ask you, so what is the price range for your place?
Rent every month is about $1,000, maybe a little less, depending on the exchange rates.
Mm-hmm.
And then there are also utilities, which can vary a lot. So, um, I don't know if you can tell, but this building is a high rise. It has like 14, 15 floors. We're kind of
Mm-hmm.
low. We're like on the third floor. But they call a high rise in Korea an office tel. And
Okay.
it's because it usually has businesses under the building or even on different floors of the building. And
Mm-hmm.
so usually if you live in an office tel, everyone in the building has to split the electricity bill. So
Okay.
that bill is usually pretty high because you have like a whole business in the building and you don't know what other people are doing with their electricity. You don't know how much they're using. So every month it could be from like $120, and in the summer it can be like 200, 250 for
Oh.
electricity because of the AC.
Mm.
And what's water and heat, we pay just our apartments. That can vary too, maybe like, and gas, yeah, that can
Mm-hmm.
vary to like 20 to $70. It just depends.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Wow.
all in all it's like we definitely pay like at least 1,200,
Mm-hmm.
well, in dollars, like
Mm-hmm.
$1,100 a month.
Mm-hmm.
It goes up and down.
Okay, okay. And for you guys who may not know, in Korea, their currency is pretty stable. So it's almost equivalent to the US dollar.
Yeah, 1,000 won is
Mm-hmm.
88 to 90 cents. So almost a dollar.
Yeah.
Yeah, almost.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's really good. And well, for them for them as opposed to some other places you go to and people are like, "Oh, yeah, my apartment is like 300, 400, 100." um, but she's in Seoul, the capital city there, very popular place and in a super nice part of town. So it varies. It just varies. When you're out in rural areas, it could be less.
Yeah.
But
Another thing is, well, we have two bedrooms, so that's one thing. And then it has
okay.
a loft space up here, so that's another
Mhm.
thing. And usually in Korea, if you're a teacher, they give you housing allowance. So they give you rent money each month, which is all
Mhm.
like included as part of your salary. But with me and my husband paying together, it's usually 400 to maybe $600 a month they give you for rent
Mhm.
money, if they're not
Okay.
already just giving you a free apartment to live in, which a lot of
Mhm.
teachers, when they first come, that's what happens.
Mhm.
So it's kind of, I don't know, it's like it's calculated into everything. So we're paying rent, but
Mhm.
like it's already been budgeted for us, kind of.
Okay. Okay. So since they gave you something for your housing, did they actually help you find it or did you find it yourself?
So, um, our previous location, we lived down south in rural Korea, and the school gave us housing. We actually lived
Mhm.
on campus in the same building, which was like crazy, but it was free, and that was really, really helpful. So when
Mhm.
we decided to move to Seoul, um, Seoul is really competitive job wise. So if we wanted a job with housing, the job probably wouldn't have been that good, or it would have been something really competitive. Like you need a lot of certificates and experience and all these things. So another thing is we wanted our own place because
Mm-hmm.
if your employer gives you your apartment, then
Yes.
if you leave that job, you got to leave your apartment and you're
Yeah.
homeless.
Yeah.
Or um and another thing, you can't choose. You can't choose where you're located if you have this kind of bed or that kind of bed. Like you have to depend on your school for everything, and we just didn't
Mm-hmm.
want to depend on other people.
Mm-hmm.
So I found this place on Craigslist.
Wow. Okay.
There's some English speaking realtors there, so they posted some of their listings on Craigslist, and we came up here and checked it out, and I liked it. So we didn't want to keep looking if we found a place that we liked, so
Yeah.
we snatched it up.
Mm-hmm. Okay, really, really awesome. Now, as you were showing us around your place, I saw like a big machine like in the corner. Can you tell us what
Yeah.
that big
Okay.
machine, tall machine is?
That's the AC unit.
Okay.
There's not. I don't think I've ever been in an apartment that had central AC like we usually have in America.
Mm-hmm.
So there's always an AC unit, and yeah, it's big, but it has to cool down the whole apartment. So
Okay, I was wondering, is it because I've heard about pollution, like especially yellow dust from China
yeah,
around this time?
it's all year,
Oh,
actually.
all year. Okay.
But yeah, so yeah, there's dust, and one of the cabinets near the door, we just have it full of face masks so that when
Uh,
we're leaving, we just grab one and go out. But yeah, there's dust, and you just have to check the levels every day.
hmm
Mm, that's why, like, we don't really open the windows because the air is not good. So
Okay.
that can be a little bothersome.
Yeah. Yeah. I was wondering if the unit was also an air filter or purifier because a lot of Koreans have those in their homes.
I think it has a function. Actually, I don't think it has a function. This has a dehumidifier function, but I don't think it
Mm-hmm.
has an air filter function. So in our
Uh,
bedroom, we actually have our own little air purifier.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, okay, in your bedroom. Okay, so that's good. Good to know. My friend, I think they had like maybe I know they had a tall one, like the one that you have. I think they had two. I want to say, yeah, small one, then a large one. But
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So that's something people may want to know, especially you're in Seoul, which is also an area where they have a lot more, um, maybe factories or things like that, there as well. But all yeah, like you said, all over Korea they would get the yellow dust, even in the rural areas.
Yeah. I mean, there is the yellow dust is really from China, but
Yes.
all year there's still bad pollution, and it has to do with Korea's own industry. Like they're still trying to figure out how to just be cleaner because I think there's still a lot of coal usage, and some other parts of Korea the air is really really bad. So
Mm.
usually every day you need a mask.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Okay. And I see. Kimsey was saying that you have to wear a mask. I think she may have been asking or heard you say that. So,
Mm.
so yes, it would be wise. Sometimes people don't. Like I never, I never
Yeah.
wore one, but I also lived in China and never wore one. But
Oh really?
yeah, but you see the Chinese, some of the Chinese people walking around with the mask on because they know, like,
Well,
especially in.
here I feel like people are so desensitized that even when it's bad, like there's an app that tells you the different levels. So green is good,
Yeah.
yellow is so, orange, red, purple, that's when you need to start wearing your mask. And I feel like on red days, people are like, oh well, it's not a purple day, so I'm not gonna wear my mask, but it's still bad.
Yeah, yeah, it is. It is. How people are still living, but but how my friend described it to me, she was like, once the pollution is, she mentioned more so like the yellow dust. because it comes in around this time from China when the airflow switches directions. And she said it once it gets in your lungs, it just stays there and just builds up. So that's the problem with it. Well, let me see. If you want to show us like another part, because you said you have two bedrooms. I don't know. Are they okay to show us or?
Yeah, they're fine. They're okay. Um, so I've been sitting here in the living room area. So I'll just
Nice.
show you that. I
And that's
like
all your
that.
furniture?
Oh yes. We had to buy everything.
Wow. It's
Um,
nice though.
we found some things secondhand, but
Mhm.
yeah, there was a lot of money that we had to put into the apartment since we if we had it with our school, if the school gave us the apartment, it would have come with all the furniture. But since
Mhm.
we just got it like a regular
Mhm.
person, we had to furnish it ourselves. So
Mhm.
everything here, yeah.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. And I see you guys have a balcony too, so it's
Yeah,
nice.
usually that's where we would dry our clothes, or
Okay.
we got our little shopping carts back here. Yeah, I don't know if you could have seen it, but I like that you can see the subway trains going by. That's the subway track.
Ah,
So I just really like that view.
nice.
And they were really surprised that we wanted this apartment because it has two corner windows.
Mhm.
Because I think Koreans try and avoid sunlight as much as they can because they're really
Yes, they do.
particular about their skin and skincare. But we like sun over here, so that's why we took this.
Yes,
Oh,
yes,
this
yes.
also when somebody if someone is outside the building, they can put in
Mhm.
your apartment number. Like when we order food or order anything, they put in our
Mhm.
apartment and it rings us here. And then we can see their face and we're like, hey, what you want? And they're like, I got your food, let me in. Then you push a button and
Nice.
let them in. Yeah.
Nice.
And
That's
same
good for
thing.
safety.
Yeah, even when they're right outside the door, I showed the camera earlier. Like when they ring the bell, that's when their
Mhm.
face appears here.
Nice.
Yeah. So, okay. Here's our bedroom.
Oh, wow.
If I can give a full view. Is it bright enough? I really hate these lights. So, you see, we got lamps over there.
Mhm.
Yeah, but just so you can see, I'll turn on.
Nice.
Yeah, so
Nice.
mm, I don't know. Oh, well, okay. Over here is the closet. And so I was saying earlier how a lot of Korean places they don't supply storage, including the
Mhm.
closets. Like you would have to buy a whole wardrobe or armoire, whatever you want to call it. So
Mhm.
this place actually has a closet, but
Nice.
there were no racks in there.
Oh, you had to buy them.
Yeah, so oh that light's low. Okay, so we had to get these suspension rod style racks
Mhm.
and I mean they work fine. It's just that that's something else you have to get for yourself.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's good to know you can get it. And like you, as you said, when I was in Korea, when I went there to teach, my apartment didn't have a closet. I did have the wardrobes, like you said. I think there were like two or three of them put together. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
hmm.
And I don't know. We were supposed to put something up there and we haven't yet. So it's probably never gonna happen.
It's okay.
This is where the second part of the AC unit is. So in the summer
Hmm.
we have to open these little rafters here. You can open them
Uh-huh.
so that the air can flow properly.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, that's pretty cool.
No,
Pretty
there's a train.
cool.
Yay.
Wow.
Yeah. So this is the bedroom.
Wow. You guys did good. You bought all of that. Wow.
Yeah, but it's been accumulating over time. And like I said, a lot of it is secondhand because people are coming and going all the time. Like
Yeah.
they're leaving Korea all the time. And this is our air purifier I was talking about.
Mm-hmm.
So usually when we're sleeping, we have to turn it on because we've both gotten really sensitive to the air.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, like coughing problems and allergies and things like that have been bothering
Mm-hmm.
us. So
Okay, okay. Wow. Wow.
there is no joke, y'all.
No, yeah,
You
you
gotta
definitely
stay.
need those masks. That's
Yeah, you gotta stay hydrated and keep that nose covered.
okay. And are you about to go up the stairs or to
Oh
where
well,
you go?
yeah. There's not really much up here because we don't use it for anything. Um, so it's just a really big storage space.
Uh-huh. It's nice though it's really big, very spacious.
And those are some more cabinets and storage where we have, well, some of our suitcases are out here, but most of it is in there.
Mm-hmm. Okay,
Yeah.
so yeah, like you said, if someone wants to come over, especially if they were in town or something, that'll be a place for them to sleep. But I know you said you have a second bedroom too, though. But yeah, if you have
Uh,
a lot of people.
yeah. There's always room.
Okay, awesome, awesome. And let's see, is your second bedroom? Um, where's the second bedroom?
The second bedroom is down here. It's across from the bathroom. So that's the second bedroom here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's we got our desk here, we got video equipment, drying rack, workout stuff.
Okay, okay. That's what you showed us earlier
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
Okay. And so, would you like to tell us something else about your neighborhood?
Um,
Anything special?
what's
Any besides?
interesting? What's interesting about our well, okay, so our neighborhood, well, we live really close to the subway station, so that's good for commuting time. But our neighborhood
Yeah.
also has a lot of corporations, I guess. So I just
Mm-hmm.
know that every morning between 8 and 9, there's a flood of people coming here, and then every night between 5 and 6, there's a flood of people leaving. But then there are also a lot of restaurants, and in Korea, it's really popular to have dinner with your coworkers and your boss and everything like that.
Yeah.
So around here, there are tons of restaurants, and there's almost always a large group of people eating out every night, and just it's pretty lively, but not in a party club kind of way. Just
Yeah.
after work, people they go get drinks and eat dinner, and there's like a bike path kind of. There's
Mm.
some parks nearby. A
Mm-hmm.
couple of blocks down, there's a really popular Chinese neighborhood. So they got
Mm-hmm.
some bomb food over there. And, yeah.
Wow. Wow. Okay. Awesome. 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 Is that everything? Like your whole apartment that you want to show us?
Um. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I can. If there are any
Okay.
questions, I can
To
answer
point
them.
out.
But
Yes,
I feel like
guys. Yes, make sure.
it's an apartment.
Yes, yes. Make sure. I've seen some. So like there are others that are gonna be participating and it gets even yeah. Yeah, some things I was like, whoa, like I didn't even know you could have something like that in a place. But yes, guys, if you have any questions, I see some of you have been making comments. If you have any questions, put those there and we're going to answer those at the end of the broadcast. And so we're about to wrap it up since we've seen almost everything. And it's really nice. Your home is really nice, Atembe.
Thank you.
Um, You're very welcome. You guys did a really good job. Guys, like when they moved in, they didn't have anything. And everything that you see, that you've seen in this broadcast, they did it themselves. They put everything together there.
I gotta say this. Oh my gosh. Okay. So I know I said earlier that when you're a teacher in Korea, you usually get rent money as part of your salary. But
Mm-hmm.
if you are buying or if you are renting your own apartment in Korea, the security deposit is usually like a year's worth of rent. So
Yeah.
a lot of apartments are like single studio apartments, usually a
Mm-hmm.
studio apartment or a one bedroom that's just like a normal one bedroom apartment. You have to
Mm-hmm.
have about $5,000 up front before you
Mm.
can sign a lease and get your apartment. So for us, there's two of us. It's a two-bedroom apartment and it's in a pretty nice building.
Yeah.
So for us, it was like $10,000 up front. So we had to plan and save for it at our other job where we weren't paying rent. So we took that money and saved it for like two
Mm-hmm.
years, basically. Or actually, we saved it in a year because we each had 5,000 that we put up front. And
Mm-hmm.
actually, even if we didn't, luckily our first jobs in Seoul, they also offered that key money, that security deposit.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So that um,
Good.
that can also be a possibility if you find a job that gives you the key money. But then again, like the same thing, we have both left those jobs. So that means we would have had to have saved that money up anyway to replace it
Mm-hmm.
once we left the jobs and the job took their money back.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't like being anywhere in the world and having to depend on other people for
Mm.
for like things like this where
Mm-hmm.
now that I understand the country better, I know how to navigate things better, so I know I can do this for myself.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, even if I didn't, that would be something that I would try and learn quickly. Like
Mm-hmm.
just being autonomous and being able to take care of yourself because it's not fun
Yeah.
depending on people and sometimes things get miscommunicated and
Yeah.
so
So
yeah, but
true.
you need your money up front. You need a lot of it up front.
Thank you so much for sharing that tip with them because even though they see your apartment like really nice, like you were saying, many schools do provide the housing for people
Yeah.
or they will, give it to you. And then if they're thinking like, especially if they're from America, I'm not sure about other places where you go and you only need like 1 month's um rent deposit or like
Yeah.
a just a separate deposit, whatever they determine, it'll be a big shock for them if they're trying to go out and find something on their own and they're like, hey, you need $5,000, 2,000.
Yeah, and even here, like I've known some people where they came, it was their first year in Korea, so the school gave them free housing, but then they decided they either wanted to change schools or they wanted to
Mm-hmm.
find their own place, but they hadn't thought far enough ahead, so they didn't have enough money saved up.
Yeah,
And your options are really, really limited if you don't prepare for getting your
yeah.
own house.
Yeah, that's huge. I think that's probably even more than because of the currency value there in Korea, even more than what they ask for in China for upfront for apartments. Okay, that is an awesome tip. Is there any other tricks or tips that you want to share? I think that was really good.
Yeah. Um, I don't know. If you,
Mhm.
I tell everyone coming to Korea to learn the Korean alphabet because it's really
Mm,
easy and you can learn it in like 2 hours and then you
mhm.
can start reading things. And a lot of Korean words are really just English words with Korean. So if you can learn the alphabet, then you can use different apps to find places to stay and information about neighborhoods. And you don't have to rely on just Craigslist or other
Mhm.
foreigners to tell you everything. You can figure out
Yeah.
things yourself.
Hmm. Okay, that's a very good tip for them to know, and that's something they can do before they actually get there, but definitely while they're there as well. Well, we thank you so much for giving us a tour of your lovely home today, Atembe.
I'm glad you guys could come through.
Yes, yes, yes. And thank you guys for joining us. Let's see, we're going to first tell them how can they contact you if they would like to learn more about you, what you're doing, or about where you live. How can they contact you? And I'll have
Well,
that going across the screen too.
I have a website called thisisfate.com. And the FATE stands for Fashion, Art, Travel, Education. So I talk about my life abroad and different places I've traveled, information about Korea and how you can come here to teach, and even what other people are doing here in Korea, other foreigners. Like, I've started on my YouTube channel, which has the same name. So this is Fate. I've been interviewing people who are here professionally as dancers and other
Wow.
Black people too, which I want to say Black people because um, I feel like a lot of us, or just a lot of what's shown about travel and living abroad, especially when I first started a couple, 5, 6 years ago, was a lot of white people. And white people, y'all are great, but it doesn't it doesn't show us the things that are available to us as Black people, and there's a lot
Hmm.
available to us. So on my YouTube channel, I talk about people who are here as dancers, as models, as
Hmm.
artists, as actors, and things like that. And so you can reach me there on Instagram, same name. So this is Fate. And I will try and help you as well as I can, or just chat, whatever information you need.
Awesome. And I'm so glad that you do that. So, guys, make sure you check her out on her website or YouTube or Instagram. You can also email her as well. And I would definitely say check out her YouTube since she shares more about what other people are doing there because teaching doesn't necessarily have to be the thing that you do when you go abroad. But like she's saying, she's also showing you, hey, look, we're out here, we're able to do this, and you can have a different life from where you are, get out and explore things and see that you can actually be successful in other countries around the world as well. Okay, so let's look at the comments and see what people have to say or any questions. Guys, you can go ahead and type those questions now. So I'm going to go ahead and look here. I don't know. Can you see the comments as well?
Let me see. No, I can't see anything here. Maybe I have to pull up Facebook to see them.
Um, it's okay. Like I can see them, so I'll kind of put some out here. Like people have been with us like from the beginning. So they were saying
Okay.
Kimsey was
Damn.
saying lots. Hi Karen, hi Kimsey, hi everybody who's joined us, everyone who's been here. Let's see, Karen always like shares. She always shares my posts, so thank you for joining, Karen. And let's see. Kimsey says, "Oh, you have lots of room." So Teresa, she heard you when you mentioned paycheck to paycheck. So like, yes,
That's
no,
what I
she's not.
said.
She's not living paycheck to paycheck. She and her husband are not like what she said. She didn't want. She didn't want to.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, yeah.
And Kimsey was, I guess, emphasizing that you have to, when you mentioned about wearing a mask, because she wants to know, is the pollution that bad? Like,
Yeah.
uh,
Not every
okay.
day, some days.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And I see Jazzy Ma is here. She says she like to participate. We would love to have you participate, Jazzy, to share your humble abode with us as well. Um, Kimsey was saying you have a huge loft there.
Yeah.
And Lanice, she was saying that that was an awesome tip that you gave about the ABCs, the letters. Um,
Mm-hmm.
so So yeah, she's got that. I think that's going to help like a lot of people because it is pretty easy to learn the alphabet, the Korean alphabet. Yes,
Hmm.
yes, 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 yes. Awesome. Well, this was like so awesome, guys. If you joined us later, make sure you go back. The replay will be available. You can watch that, and you can see Atembe's lovely hair. And she made a comment about the she made a comment about the water in Korea. That would be very important for you to hear. That's why she still has her beautiful hair. So you want to make sure you catch that comment if you're planning on moving there. Okay. Um,
I know is that we haven't decided how long we're going to stay in Korea. So,
mhm.
last year when we got this place, we were kind of slow to furnish it and things like that because we were thinking, what if we leave after this year or even next year? What if we leave? Like, why are we going to get all this stuff and then have to sell it all and get rid of it again?
Yeah.
So, yeah, well, this is like year 2 in this place now. So
hmm
we still don't really know what's going to happen next year, but we
hmm
just figured, you might as well get comfortable because we're here. Like,
Yeah.
but that can also affect how your apartment looks or what you want to buy and what you
Yeah.
think you need, things like that.
Yeah, yeah, it could. And like you said, even though you don't know, most of the time we don't, even though we plan things, you don't actually know exactly how things are going to go.
Yeah.
And so it is important, like you said you're going to go ahead and get comfortable while you're there. Do it
We're here,
now.
so yeah.
Well, yeah, we don't know about tomorrow. Like, so be comfortable now. Like, wow, this was so awesome. Thank you for also being our first
Oh, I'm
participant.
the first.
Yes, you are the first to kick off lifestyles and cribs abroad, the very first.
Hey. Okay, good. Because I felt like I was having phone issues, like the orientation, but now I know I'm the
Mhm.
first now, so I'm like, okay, I
It,
guess
it,
we'll work out those kinks later.
Yes, later. Is all that matters. They could see, okay, even if it was a little fuzzy at times, but that's technology. Hey, and then I disappeared, and you were like, "Are you there?" Like so that's technology, the internet. But we're still able to do things. I'm over here in Vietnam. She's over in
Yeah.
Korea. And we're able to get this. And you guys are out there in the USA, and who knows where else you are in the world. But we get to see how people are actually living abroad because you may wonder, like, what are they living? Sometimes you may have negative thoughts or the things that you see, you think is a war zone. And as you can see, Atembe and her husband are not in a war zone in
No,
Korea.
nobody in Korea is sweating North Korea either. Like they just act like North Korea is their like older crazy cousin that's not gonna hurt them. I mean,
Exactly.
but it's really
Exactly.
it's really safe here though. It really is safe here.
It really is. It is. I feel safe wherever I go. But if you guys are concerned about that, the people cannot have guns in South Korea. So the most you'll see
Right.
doing is like they may lay hands on, but sometimes a
Yeah,
push.
but even
But
that because they got cameras everywhere. They don't play about this. Like people will drop their credit cards on the ground and it will be
mhm,
there for like 3 days till the person comes back to get it, or like it'll be back at the bank where it
yeah,
belongs. Like
yeah.
people, I don't know if it's the cameras or like the Confucian culture about doing the right thing and things like that, but it's there are no guns.
Yeah, and returning stuff. I remember I lost my phone when I was there, and it was a long time before I realized I lost the phone because I had went to church, which was 2.5 hours away from me. So somewhere on that journey, I must have dropped in the subway. But they called later, and the person answered, and they would return the phone. They made a,
Yeah.
a they decided to meet. They were going to meet. They made a meeting to meet to get my phone, and then they gave it to me. So yeah, yeah, it's pretty cool. We not to say that everything and everybody is. I
Yeah, it's
mean,
not
you got
perfect. It's not
people.
perfect.
Yeah, people are people no matter where you go. But yes, it was so nice to see your home. I loved my apartment when I was there, but and you yeah, mine was nothing like yours, but but I loved it. It was spacious in a rural area, but yours
Yeah,
just seeing is like really really nice there. So
yeah.
thank you.
I mean, for Seoul, like I feel like I have a really good apartment for the city as far as
Mhm.
space. But like I said, we're on the west side. It's not the outskirts at all, but it's
Mhm.
definitely a place people don't think about when they're coming to Seoul. So I,
Mhm.
and like also our commute to work, my commute is like 40, 45 minutes. Eric's is like 30 minutes or so by bus. So
Mhm.
those are also different things to consider, but for our plays, I feel like it's all worth it.
Yeah, yeah, I would say it is. You guys are comfortable, so you got to get what feels good because it's going to make all the difference in your experience abroad. Whether you have those things that you feel you need, that you're
Yeah.
comfortable with. Okay, well, we thank you so much. We enjoyed your space, and we enjoy you as well today at Tembe. And for our viewers out there, we thank you so much for joining us as well. Remember, you can also contact Atembe as well. Her information streamed across the screen. I'll let it go across again. And and I want you to stay tuned for upcoming features of other homes. And we got some in Korea and China, and I know they're going to come in from other places too. So you guys get to be like a fly on the wall to see how people are actually living abroad. Okay, and hopefully this will inspire you to want to live abroad, or if you're somewhere else and you're thinking about going to a country or a city where our participants are, then you'll know what to expect. You get an idea from them, and you can always contact them as well.
Right.
And yes, if you want to learn more about me, what I'm doing, or contact me about lifestyles and cribs abroad, if you want to be a participant, then my information is also going across the screen. You can go to TaiwandaBason.com. You can also find me on Facebook and Instagram and other social media at Taiwanda Bason. And I want to remind you guys, until you go, you'll never know. We will see you guys. I hope you're enjoying your day or night wherever you are around the world. See you.
Bye,
Bye
everybody. Thanks
bye.
for joining. Bye.